Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So, once again, we've got some bad news in the rock and roll world. Dave Mason, one of the original members of the band Traffic, has passed away at the age of 79. Apparently he passed away peacefully after making dinner with his wife and then settling into his easy chair with his dog by his side. This happened on Sunday evening. I wanted to pay tribute to Dave because he, I believe, wrote some songs that are really important to the whole classic rock era, especially the song Feeling All Right.
I've got to leave before I start to scream. Someone's locked the door and took the key. You're feeling all right. I'm not feeling too good myself.
And he had some other real gems in the Traffic catalog. Songs of psychedelia, kind of like Hole in My Shoe, Utterly Simple. He also had some really nice songs on the second Traffic album. Besides Feeling All Right, there was a song Don't Be Sad. It was a Crying to Be Heard. And most especially, he had a song called You Can All Join In.
There's a little song you can all join in with. It's very simple and I hope it's new. Make your own words up if you want to. Any old words that you think will do.
And that song I've always thought was fantastic and a real upper. You know, anytime you hear it, like puts you in a better mood. And I don't know that a lot of people are familiar with that second Traffic album. It's the one with all four of them on the front, and actually Dave's on there, and he seems to have very red eyes. He's wearing the cowboy hat. We've got Steve Winwood up front. They're all extremely young at this point. I think Steve was still a teenager. 1968, the album was produced by Jimmy Miller. Dave had some real talent, and his very first solo album is also worth a careful listen. It was called Alone Together. It had songs such as Only You Know and I Know. Fantastic track. Shouldn't Have Took More Than You Gave. Some of those songs ended up on the Live at the Canteen Traffic album that came out a little later. Dave came back after initially leaving the band, and he worked with them in some live gigs around 1970, I think. He's also got the song Just For You on Last Exit. You know, just some little gems throughout Traffic, and definitely check out the first album he did. If you like those things, you might take a look at the rest of his catalog. But I think Dave counts as a tremendous loss to music. He was really kind of a magical figure in those 60s days, working with Traffic especially. So if you haven't heard him, check him out. All right, he's definitely worth your time. Even Steve Winwood, who he never got along with. I mean, they broke up, all the way back in 1970 and pretty much never did anything together after that. I think they barely spoke to each other. But even Steve had some very nice things to say, you know, about his passing and the fact that he was so important in the early Traffic years. Definitely worth your time to check out. Okay, rest in peace, Dave Mason. And I'm so glad I found that album. It kind of changed my life. Now you know if you didn't. Okay. Rest in peace, Dave. Thanks for joining me today, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.